What up, everybody? Lonnie here, Charts and Labs. It is Friday, end of February is upon us. And thank God, because February is historically one of my worst trading months every year, it seems like. Let's hop into this real quick. We have a ton of volatility going on. I already did my trades again. I had to start doing that because I feel like I was distracted trying to make sure that the video and presentation was looking good, that I was going over everything, probably a little distracted and such, which made me not as focused on the trades, and then also not trying to do any kind of gut feel plays, making sure that it was replicable for anybody who is watching. And I want to still do that kind of content, but there at some point there's a feel in the market, and I was missing a lot of plays that I saw, and then I was chasing out of emotion. And once you have emotion in trading, um, that's where you start making mistakes. So I want to talk a little bit about removing the emotion, making sure that you're catching your plays, and then also a couple of tools that you could use to that can help build your investing and your trading portfolio that are emotionless, um, and help you reduce those mistakes that you can make personally. So here's my account. I already made my $253.41 today. Made a couple trades. I left a ton on the table again, but I'm out and I'm done. I'm keeping this 507 available for this afternoon. I have a Zoom call with another he's actually a financial advisor. I kind of would consider myself a financial educator, because I'm not certified. So I'm not a financial advisor. It's just education. I just want to show everybody and give everybody familiarity with the markets and how I look at them. And hopefully it resonates with you so that you can kind of look at the markets a little bit more comfortably and make these decisions yourself. So what happened today was, let's go into trading view and look at the chart. We had a massive plunge down. PPI came in hot. There was some AI is scaring everybody, but we still remember that Max Payne was in that 610 level, and the gap from the other day was the 609 level that it kind of closed, and it was around from where it ran up the day before. Um, when you do the if you do the regular candles, you can see these gaps in between from open and close when the market jumps up really erratically, um, and to close those gaps kind of thing and fill in. When you do, I like using they're called hanky hiken ashy candles, and they're close together so that you can see the directional flow smoothly, and it mostly removes those gaps, but you still kind of know the gaps based on the big move or large moves. You can still kind of see them. They're just not as visible if you're looking for gaps. So it really depends on the type of charting that you like to look at, on what type of candles you're using. But anyway, what we saw was that 609 level was a close, and then a huge push down, market sell off. It found strength at 602 and bounced. And on that bounce, I played the momentum. And what I did is I played this 607 call first. Let's see if it'll show the history in it that I played. Yep. Today, 50 minutes ago, it was pretty quick. It took 12 minutes where I bought two. It doesn't show all my purchases. Oh, that's why. That averaged down. So I bought three at 52 minutes, bought two. So I bought them at 139, and then I averaged down to 120. Sold all five for 175. I was originally going to try to get into the 180s, and then I was like, you know what? Let's not be greedy. Take that. That's really good profit. I don't remember exactly what my average was. Let's do this real fast. 240 plus 417 divided by 5. That's a 131 average, 131 average. And sold at 175. So 131 point. I'm gonna do this exact 75 divided by 131.5. That was about a 33% profit. I ended up capturing, and I could have got more, but I didn't want to hold out. As you can see, it's 186 right now. It was higher. I think it actually got into the twos at a high. If we look at the high today, 218 is actually where it got all the way up to. So it's up there. But I'm happy. 175 is where I sold, and I don't have any of that pressure of trying to hold. But when I sold, I still had plenty of buying power, and I actually ended up getting back in on a pullback. I was really happy with my sell. Like I actually caught nearly the top, and it pulled back, and I ended up buying one at 160, one at 145, and then I sold both of them at 184. I was almost going to buy more, but I really wanted to keep that 500. I was actually going to go all in with that 500, but I really had that number of 500 because I'm doing a Zoom call for purchasing TXC, crypto coin, with a group later this afternoon. So I limited myself to just the two, but 160 and 145, my average ended up being like 152 and a half, sold it for 184, made another 22% or so. And of course, now it hit a high of 280 and it's sitting at 225 now. And that's because max pain is still around 610 going into today. And that 609 level's got a lot of liquidity at it. So, that, when it was bouncing and showing a little bit of strength, that's where I played the upside. From 602, I didn't see it crashing. And Google was showing some strength this morning. So that's where I played this momentum. And I was in very early. If we're looking at our opening range, this white line and white line, that is our opening range for today with this candle. And the low, and it still hasn't technically broke either way to play that orb strategy, the opening range breakout. You would wait for a break, and what we're in is this from last Friday to the Tuesday kind of channel. And I mean, this isn't the most accurate because really we would probably do something like this. It's probably a little bit more of an accurate channel to go with it from the Friday mid-morning kind of lull to that low close. So this purple is not as a defiant, not as a highly liquid zone, but it's kind of a zone that I've just kind of seen, and it's the upper band of the 600 to 610 that QQQ has been kind of stuck in. And we saw the big run up, obviously the play back down, bounce. And so this kind of play, it could be considered what they call a reverse head and shoulders, where shoulder, head, shoulder, but you also have shoulder, head, coming for another shoulder. That's where you got, how is this arm? If it's kind of trying to do some kind of M little breakdown, but it's in the channel is what we're going to look at. Instead of trying to get the candlestick formation and these patterns of head and shoulders and double bottoms and stuff, we don't have to get too tricky in what this is trying to do, because it did break through, but it was kind of a fake out, but we're in this channel, and it could come up to 609. It could drop down to 602 again. If it gets under 605, it's 608, and 605 is going to be kind of the pivot point. So, but I'm in and out. I just kind of played that. I wanted to play from the 602 to the 605, mid 605, 606 area, and that's what I did. And that's why I'm out. It's over my area now. There's still room to play it, I think. But it also might just go sideways here for a while. I think it's going to most likely go sideways here and kill out. Because this is kind of a flat, this is macked. This is a flattening macked, flattening momentum. The moving averages are kind of converging. I think we're just going to be here in the middle. So I'm glad I'm out and done. So now I made my 250 for the day, and let's get a little pre talk on what I normally do through the week is I take my profits and I buy Texa coin. I have a couple bots working. These are called grid bots, and the grid bots are really nice because what they are basically automatic orders being placed. Um, as buys fill, then it automatically replaces it with profitable sells. And as soon as sells fills, it takes those profits and places buys. Um, it places automatic buys. So you're always got full orders. Depending how many grids you have, which are your orders, keep and going back and forth with that profit as the price moves. I don't have to actively keep placing these manual orders, although I also have manual orders placed that I've been buying and selling. Um, as I've bought, I place orders above. I have my sales set a little bit high right now because my average is a little bit high, but I plan on coming in with some money today. So hopefully we get some push up later this afternoon. Um, and so that's what a grid bot, that automatic trading, the automatic orders being placed. It's really beneficial for a small crypto project like TXC because of the thin liquidity. And you see a lot of these zero volume candles over 15 minutes, no transactions. It's just still a very, very early project. Not a lot of people are actively trading it. Um, so that's where I've been kind of parking it, and especially with the cease and desist going on, where the mining packages are not being able to be sold, so the community is not growing. It's harder to get people to come into the community right now, unless you're just gonna buy and sell it. So that's kind of the goal of this afternoon, is meeting with a community of other traders and talking to them about the opportunity with this network. And so I also came across, the AI and that automation uh, is kind of, it's coming. That's what hedge funds are using. That's what all the big traders are using, and we're kind of testing out some other automated tools. And I was introduced to this. It's called Polar Tensor, and I've been pitched a bunch of these because as I was teaching people about the grid bots, everybody wanted to talk to me about AI bots and AI trading bots, and the algorithm bots are great, and there's a ton of great ones. You pay for a subscription, or you get part of a program or whatever, and you start and it starts trading. I've There's been plenty of them that are however they're programmed that make money. um, there's also been plenty of them that have lost money, and so for me, as somebody who has more than a decade of experience in markets, even the AI computers are still missing because markets are unpredictable. Even when you remove that emotions, there's still some unpredictability that comes with events being announced. And so even those high frequency trades, you can't win all of them. So any of the AI bots that are out there where people are promising guaranteed profit are most likely using subscription money or sign up money to pay those. So when the music stops, I don't know how well that project will continue. There's a couple out there that I'm very, very skeptical of, and I was telling people no left and right because I had a lot of people um, reaching out to me to look at them and to get into them, especially the ones that have the huge comp plans, because those people were making plenty of money in the commissions, and that's where I don't like that because I view myself as an educator, and if I want to tell somebody about a project, I vetted it, and I want them to not have to worry about it. I don't want to tell anybody, hey, get in this, you'll make great money, but you need to watch it really closely because it could disappear one day. So that's a big thing that for me is the compliance and regulatory stuff to make sure that it ain't going nowhere, and you can kind of set it and forget it, and you don't have to be somebody who's actively monitoring it. So the first time I was told about Polar Tensor, I actually did I was like, dude, it's another one of those AI bots. Sign up and you have to refer a bunch of people, and who knows if it's even trading. Um, One of the big things on a lot of these is that they should have audited, third party audited, or public trading logs. And live trading is right here. Boom. And you can go through and you can look at them and see the actual trade logs if you want to get those uh, from the company. So that's huge that I'm a fan of. I like being able to watch live trading, and it's um, making these trades. Look at these; are all within seconds, and it's trading major ones. It's not just one uh, coin, and it posts losses and gains, which to me provides authenticity. Any of these ones that are only making profit, I do not believe, because that's just not it's just not real. Even with AI, there's plenty of these AI bots that have lost tons of money. So yeah, I've been messing with this. I've only this is my first full day using it, so um, I'll check in with it and provide more updates. I just threw in a couple $100 to start, and they pay out on Friday. They only trade Monday through Friday when the market's most liquid. And again, that is an authentic type of move. Over the weekend is thin liquidity, and you're setting yourself up for more likely to take losses. So this is your kind of home screen, and of course, I don't have any profits in it. But if we go into the trading section, um, and you can see, where did I want to see the past performance of currently? Oh, it's only showing mine, of course. Overview, wallet, presentation, transparency. Let's go look at the presentation real quick. These are some of the things on why I like this one. Again, I've been pitched a bunch of these and I just don't like them. But right here is a big one for me. Registered number and SEC for the US CIK number, registration number, FinCEN number, and registration number. Properly registered. It's not going anywhere. You don't have to use a VPN or anything shady to do any kind of double backflip to get money into it. Statistics, live activities, and data processing, the low latency trading based on the market data. Here's your historical returns back to April of 2024 through looks like October of 2024. This thing was killing it. Look at a couple of these ones for 30% months. And then, of course, the market's been very difficult, tight range, and very erratic moves in the crypto space. So these make sense to have the big drop off underneath, but over its lifetime, it's averaging 22%. So that's good. Compounded returns, obviously, because you get your distribution weekly and the drawdown. This is all authentic stuff. But you can start as little as $100 and you get a 50-50 split of the profits with the company. And then as you go up, you get a larger percent. The performance fee is what the company takes for using it, and then your percent goes higher. So at $500, you get the 60%, and then you get 65, and then 70, and then 75. So it'd be kind of cool, and it goes up. It doesn't matter on your deposits, even your profits. Your account just has to be that big. So it's got a bunch of cool, and then the referral stuff, which if you do it, cool. If not, the bot can get there for you. Felix has got a good background for the founder, but yeah, the biggest thing is this one right here. It is proper. It is not going anywhere. No guarantees, market regulatory risks, liquidity and technological stuff. Risk disclaimer is proper. That's authentic, and that's why I jumped on this project. Again, I'm still pretty new to it. I've been following it now for maybe a month or so, as the guy was telling me about it, and I am. Uh, I'll keep you posted with the updates as I do my updates. We'll kind of see who can go faster, right? Who can move their account faster. This one's gonna be tough to beat. Getting 22% a month is kind of the goal that I trade on too, which is crazy. I did. Let's see, QQQ. It's way up from where I sold. Yeah, way up, way up. But anyway, I made my profit. I'm only 15.6% today, but my 1 month down 60% because February sucks. 3 month, I'm up 116%, which I believe is good. So yeah, that's what I got going on. I like trading TXC. I've been in this project very early, and as both a mining participant and then actively trading the market. And I've been day trading QQQ, and I think I might get a little bit of a break. 607. This might try to get back up to that 609 level again. So yeah, stay tuned for more updates. I look forward to this afternoon on the Zoom call. I'll drop the link for that in this description. I'll drop my referral link if you want to check out Polar Tensor. Really cool. You can sign up for it and not deposit and just watch it and kind of keep an eye on things. Go through the office and everything and kind of check it out. Um, just by me referring you, you can set up that account and watch the live trading. Um, Logs and all. Let's see, maybe. Computer's a little slow today, so forgive me for that. Let's see if it comes up. Um, Maybe. No. All right, it's not gonna come. But yeah, that's what we got going on. $500 going into TXC today. I gotta make sure that I outpace the Polar bot. I might even add more to this. Um, maybe I'll do a split to start March. I'll put the same amount of money in the bot as I have in my trading account, and we'll see who wins the month of March. I think that's what we're gonna do. I like that idea. I decided that idea will be 50-50. I'll have the same amount of money, and we'll see if we can't outpace the Polar bot. So I'll add that up together and divide it by or over the weekend, whatever. Oh, it doesn't trade on the weekend. That's perfect. Okay, cool. That was a great idea that I just had off the top of my head. And I'll catch you guys next week, starting March. Me versus the Polar Bot. And it's cool because they're Monday through Friday. They're Monday through Friday. And then I'll be trading Monday through Friday. And we'll take our profits to TXC. And that's going to be the theme of March. And hopefully we get lucky. But cool. All right. Hope everybody has a good weekend. Check you guys this afternoon on my Zoom, and we will go from there and see how next month goes. Hopefully better than February because February sucks. I hate February. All right. Have a good one, guys.